The next step in the National History Day process is to start working on a draft of your thesis statement. Now, a thesis statement is a sentence or two. It's usually between 40 and 70 words. And what this does is it explains your topic, but also the claim that you're making in your essay. So what you're looking for is how does your topic, fit the idea of a frontier in history, and how does that work in an historical argument? So this is an example of the activity that you're going to be working on the next day or two. So you say this is write your history day thesis option 1. There's a second part that we're going to do once you've had some time to do some research. So what we're looking for in this activity is the 5 W's that relate to your topic. So in this example, this fictional student, Jenny Lopez, has chosen to work on the Montgomery bus boycott. So what she's done here is she has listed the basic information about who was involved, what was affected, what happened, where the bus boycott took place, when it took place, why it took place, and why is it important in history, and how did it change the course of American history. So what we're looking for here, so what this activity does to start is once you've looked at this information, and I would definitely suggest using a good secondary source like thehistory.com or Britannica or Encyclopedia, the same main 3 that we've been using before. And I would even keep track of what sources you're using, like maybe over here in the corner, like just jot yourself a note, like which the web address of the article that you're using, so that way you can go back to it later when you're doing your paper. So you get down here to the bottom 2 parts. The thesis sentence, you summarize the 5 W's. So following Rosa Parks' 1995 arrest for refusing to move for a white passenger, Black citizens of Montgomery organized a bus boycott that pressured officials to end racial segregation. Okay, that's not including all of this information, but it's including the most important parts that kind of mush it together. So the second sentence is how did your topic change history? The year-long protest ended with the Supreme Court declaring bus segregation unconstitutional, which expanded the frontier for racial equality and other civil rights movement victories. So that is the beginnings of a good thesis statement. Now, personally, I would have liked the student to have listed what type of victories in the civil rights movement that the bus boycott led to, but we can get to that into another video. This is just designed to help you get thinking. So this is the paper. This second sheet here is the one that you're going to get in class today. And so you're going to look at it, fill this out for yourself. Again, we're not looking for super detailed answers at this point. We're just putting together our thesis statement. And this is going to change many, many times. So just because you write something down now does not mean that it won't change in the future. I usually revise when I do History Day projects. I usually revise my thesis statement at least 5 or 6 times throughout the process. Sometimes they're big changes. Sometimes they're little changes. It just depends on, where the research takes me. So we do this first, so that way we can start building our writing skills in terms of making an argumentative claim. But we also do this to see what sort of information is out there and if our topics are viable. Now, since I've already approved your topic by the time you start working on this, we know that your topic is something that can be done. But it's important to make sure that we lay it all out and we have a document to keep referencing as we go through the process. If you have any questions about this, please send me an email. Good luck and happy writing.